What would you do if I told you everything you can see around you is only 5% of what makes up the universe? 27% of it is dark matter, which is what I will teach you about soon, and the rest is dark energy. Doesn't that sound really weird? It's impossible for us to know that dark matter exists if we can't even see it. Dark matter definitely isn't real, right? No. Not much is known about dark matter. In fact, the only reason we know it exists is because we can see its effects on gravity. Scientists think that dark matter is an invisible type of matter made of weakly interacting massive particles. Weakly interacting massive particles are super small particles that are really heavy and that don't absorb or give off any light. This results in us not being able to see it even though it makes up 27% of our universe. Now, that might not sound like much, but considering the size of the universe and how tiny the amount of matter we actually see is, that's a lot. We only know 3 things for sure. 1. Something is out there. 2. Dark matter is not clouds of regular matter without stars, because then it would emit particles that we could see. 3. It is also not antimatter, because antimatter makes special gamma rays when it reacts with normal matter. We don't know much about dark matter, but you're probably wondering who we owe all this confusion to. It all began in 1933 when a scientist called Fritz Zwicky realized that stars only provide 1% of how much gravity is needed to hold a galaxy together. He believed this meant that either galaxies couldn't have existed or there was another substance or force that we couldn't detect. Something dark. Since galaxies obviously existed, he chose to believe the latter. When Fritz told everyone about his discoveries, nobody really believed him. Afterwards, in the 1970s, a US scientist called Vera Rubin was studying galaxy rotation. She noticed that galaxies were moving much faster than they should have been. People still couldn't explain what was going on, but it led to further research. Something had to be there. We just don't know if it's dark matter or not. So, how do we know all of this if we can't even see it? Well, we can sort of see it. Luckily, the only way to see it isn't by looking at galaxy rotation. When there are areas with highly concentrated dark matter, its gravity can bend light passing near it. So far, we have only been able to see its effects, but never dark matter itself. Scientists at NASA are working on that, and they think they finally found a way with the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope. Basically, it can detect gamma rays. A gamma ray is light in its highest energy form. How does this have anything to do with dark matter, you ask? Let me explain. When 2 dark matter particles collide, scientists theorize that they release a gamma ray. The telescope could theoretically see these collisions and be able to detect dark matter. If this machine actually works, it would be a huge breakthrough in science. Sadly, the telescope hasn't been in space long enough to make any conclusions. Yet. To some, this could all sound very scary. How can there be so much that we don't know? But to me, it sounds incredible. We still have 95% of the universe to discover. It's hard to accept that everything we know and love is just a small fraction of the universe. I admit, it will be very hard to fully understand dark matter, but we have to keep pushing our boundaries, because when we finally do understand, it will revolutionize the way we look at the universe forever. As you can see, we don't even know if dark matter really exists. There is still lots to learn, but luckily, we have a pretty good theory.